want to welcome everyone who's here with us today, and there's a lot of folks who are going to share a few words. This is an important time for many of us in our own lives and our families' lives, for anyone who's dealing with cancer, as family who's dealing with cancer. But as a community, it's the beginning of Cancer Awareness Month. And so this is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to have a couple of doctors share a few words. We're going to let some parents say a few words, and then sort of kick off Cancer Month. And so let me acknowledge a couple of folks. We have UNM Pediatric Oncologists here with us, Dr. Jessica Valdez and Dr. John Cuddish.
Yes.
Nice. All right, thank you for being here. Thanks for all that you do.
We're happy to be here.
Thank you.
We also have, of course, Diana Truhecki, who's our Executive Director of the Children's Cancer Fund of New Mexico. Diana, thank you. And then we have with us in the audience, too, some patients and their families and caregivers who are here with us today. And I do want to mention our team can help coordinate, but if the media is interested and if folks are willing, they may want to be willing to share their stories and so forth. So work with them individually after. Now, I also want to acknowledge AFR, who's here. That's our, we don't call them fire department anymore, fire rescue. But they've got these great shirts, which I am donning, and you can see the back, for cancer awareness. And they're selling these shirts, so it's part of a fundraiser effort. And you'll notice our first responders are all acknowledging Cancer Awareness Month with different patches and ribbons. And so you'll be seeing them on our police and fire folks all around town as well. So September is Cancer Awareness Month in Albuquerque, and of course, actually, I think around the nation. And we know that just in 2019, we have 40 New Mexico children diagnosed with cancer. Now, cancer affects all races, all ages, all social classes. We know that cancer is blind in every way. But it also, of course, affects those who are associated, be it by family or in our community. And so we are all in this together. I think that's important for us to remember. And we were talking earlier, the reality is now, all of us have either family or friends who've dealt with cancer. But we also know that science continues to progress. We know that early detection is very, very important. And we know that there are ways to overcome cancer and to win, or to at least extend for many, many years, those battles with cancer. And so that's why this awareness is so important. And today also we want to announce that we're doing a bone marrow donations can save lives, especially. This is sort of, it's not necessarily new, but in terms of awareness, we want to remind folks that if you just take a swab in your cheek, you can get on a registry for bone marrow. It's not a transplant, but I'll let the doctors explain how it all works. But it's an easy procedure to help folks suffering from cancers that deal with bone marrow. Now, I do want to highlight one thing, because in our city, we're proud of our diversity, and we talk about this a lot. And interestingly, this is one way in which Albuquerque and New Mexico can step up in a way that in some ironic ways, is because of our diversity. There are some shortages with respect to bone marrow transplants that are especially high, meaning statistically above the norm, among the African American population, the Asian population, and the highest percentage is Hispanic and Native American. So for us in New Mexico, this is a great way to step up and help the entire country, in a way for us to actually sort of help others in the fact that we have such a diverse population. So it's an awesome thing, sort of an interesting connection, but one in which we can be very helpful. So we announced at City Hall this morning to all our directors we're trying to encourage City Hall to come down here and all get swabbed. And we want all of the city and all of the state to do the same. Now, we also know in New Mexico, we're proud to have UNM's Comprehensive Cancer Center. And this is the only pediatric center that provides treatment in our state. We're glad they're located in Albuquerque, and we know this is why we often talk about how everyone around New Mexico has to come to Albuquerque, sometimes for unfortunate reasons. And a lot of it has to do with healthcare, and in particular, cancer care for our children. And so we're glad that facility is here, and we want to support it in every way that we can. Part of it is making sure that we have everyone registered that we can. So what you can do to register is go to bethematch.org. And you can also donate to support Children's Cancer Fund and UNM Cancer Research. Donations can be made online at ccfm.org. And you can also buy a t-shirt from AFR, which benefits our UNM Pediatric Hematology and Oncology programs. You can also volunteer at UNM Cancer Center. So we have these fun signs we're waving too about be a match. We want to make sure be a match, save a life. And I got my swab done as long as it was processed. I haven't checked. I think it was about 9 months ago. And so it's something everyone can do. It's a very easy process. You fill out a form and you just get a cheek swab and you're done. So what I want to do now is let a couple of folks talk, and then I'm going to come back to close with a proclamation. And so now I'm going to turn it over to our doctors, Valdez and Kaddish, whatever you'd like to share. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Another round of applause.
Thank you very much for having us. We are very happy and proud to be here today to raise awareness. Sorry, I'm a little short. To raise awareness and to truly get the word out about childhood cancer. While childhood cancer, some people consider being a rare disease, it is not a rare disease, and it's not rare for our families and for our loved ones that are affected by it. So we work very hard to get the word out, to increase research monies and to increase funding and support so we could take as best care of these children and their families as possible. So we thank you for being here. We really encourage bone marrow donations. They save lives, and they are non-painful and they're not donations, they're actually just samples to get into the pool, but you can save someone's life one day. We also encourage blood and platelet donations. Our patients constantly need help and need that support, and that is one easy way that you can help. As the mayor mentioned, the UNM Foundation and the Children's Cancer Fund are just really there for our families, and we don't know what we would do without them. So we're very grateful for their support, which allows us as physicians to focus on caring for our patients and to focus on caring for our families and providing them with world-class and the best treatment that we could provide them possible, because that's our priority. Dr. Kadich?
I'm not sure that I can add very much. Again, this is a month for awareness of these diseases of childhood. It's an understanding that we have the support of many members of the community. We have the support of the Children's Cancer Fund in New Mexico. We have support from really the rescue teams and others that help us really, one, support the children, support the families, and offer opportunities for research in this area. Without your support, we can't move on to go to that goal eventually that 100% of children of cancer are cured, that after cure, which now we're learning so much about the impact of having a cancer diagnosis lifelong, that we're working with those families. And really, cancer is an acute disease that becomes a chronic disease. So I want to thank the mayor of the city for inviting us for the celebration. I also plead that those of you who can participate in the bone marrow match. It's critical for families at times. And it's an opportunity really to really donate to the world, donate to these kids. So thank you very much for having us.
Okay, and now we are going to hear from the father of Liam, and he's going to share a little bit about his experience and their family experience dealing with cancer with their child. Come on up.
Hi, so my name is Josh Hanson, and here with my wife Rebecca and our son Liam, who's being treated at UNM right now. So, I think the biggest thing I can say is I think we were just a normal family, just living normal life. And in a phone call, everything changed. So I think for us, it's super important to encourage everybody to get involved and donate and do whatever you can to help. I think you never think it's going to be you, but then it is you. So we have a great team at UNM that has done an amazing job. Dr. Kudich and Dr. Valdez and the rest of the team. And for that, our son has a real good outlook, moving through this. I think one of the most shocking statistics we found out after my son was diagnosed was just how little of all the money donated to cancer research actually goes to children's cancer. So most statistics say about 4 to 5% of all the money donated actually goes to childhood cancer. So there's a big need there, and we have an amazing team that's doing a lot of cutting edge research at UNM. So there's plenty of ways to donate there. The Children's Cancer Fund of New Mexico has been amazing to us and done so much for our family and for our son. And there's lots of ways to donate to them and volunteer and get involved. And we want to thank Mayor Keller and the city for bringing the awareness and celebrating this month with us. And we hope it can be we hope that everybody that sees this and hears about it, will think about what they can do to help and volunteer and be involved. So, thank you.
Okay, we just want to thank, especially, obviously the individuals who are going through cancer, but also the families. And so I just really appreciate what you shared, and thank you for being here with us today. And it's an important message for all families that they're not alone either. So now I have down here that we're ready to wrap up. Let me just check. Do you guys want to say a few words? It's up to you.
No. These are
Okay.
amazing patients.
Okay. These are some other patients, but yeah, it's your call. You don't have to. So if folks want to talk to them after or something, we can do that. So, okay. So what I do want to do, and Teresa, you should come on up here for this at least. We're going to officially. So with Diana and all the work that she does, but everyone around here, we have a proclamation on behalf of the city, and it acknowledges the challenges that we're facing as a community, as a country, and as a nation around cancer, but also especially childhood cancer. And also acknowledges what we're trying to do as a community to build awareness and also fund medical treatment for cancer. And so, therefore, I, Tim Keller, as Mayor of Albuquerque, do hereby proclaim September 3rd?
September all month.
All month. September. I was going to say there's no day on here,
No,
and I
it's
did it.
the whole month.
It's also my wedding anniversary, and so I was like, I'm pretty sure it's September 3rd, but all right. So the month of September 2019 as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So congratulations on that, and the fight continues. Yeah, thank you.